Nepal. In the future, Jane envisions herself establishing a business and serving as a motivational speaker to drive social change. This 23-year-old enjoys modeling, acting, and reading self-help books. Nepal.
Jane Dipika Garrett, Nepal!
Hello everyone, Happy New Year 2024 and welcome to a new broadcast of Larissa Gabi Show. Today I have a wonderful queen, Miss Nepal Universe. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure, and you are so famous. I think you are known everywhere, even right in the village there in my country. They know you because you have done such an impact. And yes, tell us about you. How all of this started.
Okay, so I completed my nursing school at around like June of last year, 2023. And I wanted to do modeling because modeling has always been my passion. I've always loved, self-expression and kind of like, doing things like that, like modeling, acting, content creation. That's always been my passion. And I wanted to start somewhere. I wanted to, get my feet wet. And I saw the application for Miss Universe Nepal, and I'm living in Nepal right now. So I was like, okay, well, why not, just join the pageant. Let's see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. I didn't think I would win, to be honest, because I didn't think that they would choose like a curvy or a plus size woman. But I just said like, okay, I'll just join, I just took that leap of faith. I just faced my fears, I faced my doubts, and I was like, I'm just gonna join and see what happens and give my best, give my all. And I ended up winning like within a month. The competition was 1 month long, and I won without ever being in a pageant in my entire life. And it was very crazy and like groundbreaking for me. And then between that and the Miss Universe pageant, the international pageant, there was only 6 weeks of time.
Whoa.
And I really utilized that time to prepare myself and to be my best and give the best that I can for the Miss Universe pageant. I had that goal that I wanted to win the pageant. I wanted to, be the first plus size or curvy woman to ever win. And I mean, unfortunately, the goal didn't happen, but I won the hearts of so many people. And I've really broken down so many stereotypes and kind of shook the world. So I'm really, really happy that I was able to do that. And within 6 weeks, like of me never being in a pageant, just 6 weeks of preparing, like I got top 20. Like that's crazy. And I really, really worked my body, my mind, my soul. I put everything in it because I was like, I'm going to win. I'm going to give my all. And so I was working like 16 hours a day, just like walk training, makeup and hair training, outfits, talk training, just preparing myself, talking to sponsors, talking to deals, like all these things. I was doing it all on my own. Like I had no team, hardly any help, because in Nepal, we don't have that many resources. So it was very difficult because there was no financial resources. There was like hardly any support because like it's not a big passion country, But instead of being a victim, I was like, I'm just going to give my best. I'm going to do my best. And let's, even if my country isn't behind me, even if I don't have money, like I have God on my side. I'm here for a reason. I'm doing this for a reason. I'm doing this to inspire millions of women. And that's what kept me going. That's what kept me going and kept me pushing until like I reached my goals. So that was kind of my journey for the thing. Yeah.
Awesome. I do love what you just said, that you have God with you. When you know who you are, you don't need anyone confirmation or anyone's support. When you have you and God, I'm unique, I've been called for this purpose. That is the most important. Of course, we need other people support in and out, but the most important thing is when you yourself, you know who you are and where you are going. When you went on the stage even your appearance just speak to everyone. You were so confident, sure of yourself, full of love and positive energy. I'm telling you, I was moved, me particularly, not because you were like Miss Curve, but all the energy, the confidence, it was whoa. And even before, when I started following you, I saw your picture, how you, all what you've been posting, and in fact, I think you won the heart of many. You won the heart of many, to tell you. So tell us the challenge, which have been the other challenge during the preparation and the competition and all that.
I feel like, I mean, there were many challenges, you know, like financially, like, you know, getting support from people, getting like people to kind of like, you know, see me, to kind of like, you know, broadcast me more. You know, it was a little bit difficult, but once I went to the Miss Universe pageant, it was much easier. People saw me a lot because I stood out. And like the first day I was a little bit like nervous and like scared, and like there was like cameras in my face everywhere. Like I've never experienced that before, because it's only been like, I've only done this for 6, you know, not even a month of pageantry. And they were like putting cameras in our face, phones in our face, and I was just like a little bit, you know, I was nervous, and I was like, what's happening? But then the second day I was like, okay, I'm gonna give my best. I'm here for a reason. I'm gonna push myself. I'm gonna show my confidence, even if I don't feel confident, you know. And there were some times where I would be, you know, sometimes not insecure, but like overthinking, like, oh, like, you know, like, look at them, they have much better outfits, or like they have this, they have that, you know, comparing to the girls. And I would just be like, no, like, I'm unique, I'm myself, like that's what makes me special, that's what makes me stand out. And it's not always about fitting in and looking like everybody else.
No.
And so that was kind of my strength for me, just like standing out and being myself, being my authentic self, and just expressing myself to the world. And I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
So I was able to overcome the challenges. Yeah. I felt like, I mean, I was very disappointed that I couldn't win, or at least get into top 10. I really wanted to be in top 10. I was a little bit disappointed. I think maybe my walk wasn't the best, like in the top 20, or maybe like, you know, or maybe there's some politics in Miss Universe, you know. I mean, it kind of seems like to me there is a little bit of politics. I'm not putting down Miss Universe, and I understand it's a business, but I mean, I don't know, it kind of seems to me like if you kind of notice that, like, how do you say it? So like when they chose top 20, they chose like three dark-skinned women, then they chose Miss Pakistan, then they chose India, then they chose like me, Miss Nepal, then they chose one transgender, then they chose one mother, right? And then all of a sudden, and then like they chose all these Latinas, and then Thailand and Philippines, and then all of a sudden, right in top 10, they removed all of us inclusive people, and then they chose 6 Latinas, Thailand and Philippines, and then 2 other girls. So in a way, it kind of felt like a little bit biased to me, and a little bit like pre-chosen in a way. But like, it is what it is, and I'm very happy that I got into top 20. I'm very happy that I got that. I proved myself to the world. But it just kind of seems like, you know, of course, like there's politics and bias in every competition.
Well, I've never been to Miss Universe, and one thing I know is the beauty pageant is something to lift up women. And when I was encouraging the Miss Universe Norway here, Julia Maria, we put together, and I remember I was telling her, you've already won. Just taking the step to go and compete. You are a queen from your country. You are carrying Nepal alongside with you. It's not just it's not something you wake up in the morning and carry that title. How many women are in your country? Count among all of them, you are the queen. And then you came to present yourself and to compete. So we compete with ourselves, we compete with our past, with many other things, but the message we carry, if we send the message out, that's the most important. But among all the top 10 or all the queens that travel, I think you guys have all won, but at least at the end, they have to have one that carry the crown just to be symbolic for all of you guys. So I think as women, as sisters, with the sisterhood, that's the most important. And the rest around is that the organization, they need money to organize this. It's a good event to put everything in place. It's workers, that there are other things we may not see. But what I believe, for me, you did well. And it's so powerful to get it from individual that you've changed life, because you remember in my mind about this lady who just went there and stood, and she was so confident. I don't know if I will be like, to be honest with you, I have respect for that. And I remember when I saw her with a swimsuit, I said, oh my God, I can compete too. I thought I have a lot of big ass, but I could go there and stand on, be a swimsuit. I was so encouraged, and then I took your video. I saw my fiance, and I said, "Wow, she's so beautiful. She's so It's amazing. You did well, and this will speak for years in the heart of girls, women, young girls, because teen, for example, which have been experienced bully at school. I have an NGO called Beautiful Inside Out, and we have restore people to build up their self-image and confidence. And I hear stories of mothers or teen who are thinking about suicide because of their outside appearance, and they don't have that courage to stand up for themselves, loving themselves. And they wonder how we could stand and be proud of only the one we have. So when you do things like this, you deliver, you heal, you help, you send a big message to generation, and the video will still speak even after hundreds of years. So this is what I think is most important. Miss Universe competition, there will be many Miss Universe competition, but there will not be Miss Universe Nepal as you. You were the very first, that came in this. And even if curl women, I speak French, my English, sometimes I try to speak English. So even if thousands of curl women come later on, they will say, we remember Miss Universe in Nepal. And that's what matters. And I'm so proud of you. I'm happy I could have this video with you. And I would just want to ask you, I don't remember what was your legacy. It was just to encourage women about they shouldn't be limited because of their outside appearance, or what have been your legacy?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, thank you for saying those encouraging things, because it's very easy for people to be hard on themselves. And as a very ambitious woman, I'm very ambitious, I'm very hardworking, I have big goals. Yes. Sometimes it's easy to kind of, cry over things that, like whatever expectations you had, like it didn't happen, But like you said, it's not only about winning, like we've already won. And whatever happened in that pageant, like it's okay. Like it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Sorry. So like whatever happened in the pageant, like it's okay, And it's not only about winning, because like I already won, and I won the hearts of so many people, and I was there to prove my message, and I did just that. I showed my message to the world. I showed the world that beauty comes in all shapes and sizes, that confidence is what makes you beauty, that self-love is what makes you beautiful, and that loving yourself and knowing your worth is what makes you beautiful. So and like that moment on the stage, it was like the most beautiful thing ever. It was just like 15 seconds, but the best 15 seconds of my life, because I got to prove, I just showed myself. I just showed my authentic, true self, and it was beautiful. It was such a it was like a life-changing moment for me, Yeah. And so thank you for saying all those encouraging things.
The whole world watching you. How many girls have been dreaming to that moment in their whole childhood, and they've never experienced the whole world? It was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So
yeah. What was your question again? I'm sorry.
Yes, it's okay. I'll ask if there is a legacy, like something anyway, you have said it already.
Oh yeah.
Want to keep again.
Yeah. So my advocacy is PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a hormonal imbalance in women.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also mental health and then body positivity. So it's like all three in one because they're all interconnected with each other.
Yeah.
And I suffered with all three of those.
Oh.
So I wanted to be a voice for women who struggle with these things on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Because I struggled with a lot of mental health issues before. I struggled with a lot of low self-esteem, with hating my body, with not being comfortable in my own skin. And then I also struggle currently with a hormonal imbalance, which causes a lot of weight gain, mood swings, tiredness, hair all over the body, irregular periods, and just a lot of it's a very like difficult disease that women have to deal with. And almost 1 in 5 women have this disease, but most of them don't know or they're not aware about it. So that was kind of my mission, to bring awareness about these and to kind of encourage women and educate women about these issues and inspire women to do better, to love themselves, to work on themselves, to improve themselves, to feel empowered. So that's what I feel like real empowerment is. It's not about trying to be dominating or, have a career. I mean, that's amazing. But real woman empowerment is when you really love yourself and accept yourself and are confident in your own skin and are really in your feminine true energy. I think that's what real empowerment is.
It is. Wow, wow. What did you say that syndrome was? I don't think I've ever heard about it.
Yeah, it's called polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Okay.
And recently, over the past 20 years, it's really come up. The cases have really increased over the years all over the world. So before, people didn't even know, like it wasn't even there. Like there was no diagnosis about it. But only the past, I think about 20 years, it's really become more prominent, increased cases, more awareness about it. So
wow, wow, wow. I know I had friends that are even family members probably who have been experiencing it when you try to explain. Wow, this is really powerful. Keep on doing that. Keep on supporting women. We are so many of us, all around the world, billion of women, and I believe that this was just the beginning of your journey. You probably have more things to do with what you have in your heart, because the reason why you did this, the courage and the impact you gave on people cannot just stop here. You have to continue with your legacy. Before Miss Universe, you have that heart already. Miss Universe just came and gave you a plus and more direction for what you've been called for, because what you've been through is your story. And what you've been through is your glory. So that is the price you pay to go through this and carry this challenge. This was just the door open to tell you, actually, this is what you called for. It was the direction. So you just imagine that sometime I'm talking too much here. I usually don't talk that much on the, but I feel so inspired when I talk with you because your heart is so open. And when I speak with people like that, I feel it. And then I feel like, well, maybe if you would have won, it will delay you actually and limit you. You will probably think, okay, I'm done. I've accomplished, put the stamp on, finish. But this was just a step to the next level of what you've been called. Because Miss Universe is a big business, which is empowering women to see who they are, their value. And now, why do they have to discover themselves again in that level? Is to impact the world, the whole world, and their next generation. And I think you could be the president of Nepal, if I can say, because we used to say like women who have been in pageantry can rule a country. So that means you can impact more women in your country with what you've experienced. And it's awesome. How is it with the resting? And I know you work so hard and you need to think about resting also, because I saw you still posting a lot. Did you get time to rest?
From September to December, no, I didn't rest at all, actually. Just this month, right now, the past 2 weeks, I've actually been resting. and it's been good. I've just been like processing things, trying to fix my mental health, my physical health. I mean, I got really sick because I feel like my body shut down because I was, 5 months nonstop traveling. I traveled to like 4 or 5 different places, and then I was like continuously going everywhere, doing shoots, doing this, doing that. And so yeah, like sometimes rest is good, and it's not bad to rest. It's a good thing. Your body needs rest, your mind needs rest. And I'm also trying to just find balance in my life where I can have rest, I can also work. And so I'm just resting for a little bit of time, but I am definitely, I have a lot of plans. I have a lot of things I'm trying to do. And it's very easy to get overwhelmed, to, overthink, to feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough, or I have to do this, it has to happen right now. It's very easy to get into that mindset, because for me, I feel like time is running out, because I have so many things I want to do. And I want to keep the momentum of, my platform and my brand. And it's like I want all the help that I can get. I want proper management, I want proper agencies, I need this, I need that, and it's very easy to panic and to be like, oh, nothing's working out for me. But I just have to keep trusting God, just keep manifesting, just keep praying, and just keep working hard, and things are going to happen. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. So I'm just trying to not worry about it. I'm just trying to take care of my health, get my schedule, get my schedule back, my rhythm back, and just keep going.
Do that. This is awesome. I'm so happy you came. I'm happy I met you. And I think this is the first video, but not the last, because I want still for you to come and speak about a syndrome. And for my women in my country, because I know quite people that have been suffering of this. And from Africa, sometimes we are very limited. We have not just good esteem, and even though people think that we are happy, that we carry ourselves very good, but in the head, sometimes most of us, we think, okay, we're African mama. We just, this is amazing. Thank you so much for coming on my show, and I wish you a very, very blessed year, and see you soon again. Take care. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
See you again. Bye.
Bye.